I think this deserves a 30-second dance party. We got to day 7. Day 7, I put my warm fuzzy sweater on so I could get cozy with you guys to tell you, first of all, thank you for taking the journey with me. Second, I hope that I served you because my intention was to give you tips that you could implement immediately. If you haven't seen the last 6 days, I highly recommend that if Instagram is a space that you want to build influence, that you want to build community, and you want to use as the tool to build your business, you can. You absolutely can. There is no difference between you and any of your mentors, any of the people that you admire that are doing it themselves. This is the difference that you may not understand. The 4 C's. 2 of them we talked about yesterday, which was courage and content. And today I want to just touch on community and consistency. I did share with you yesterday that if you miss one of the 4 C's, it's going to be really hard for you to build a really solid brand. You are capable of being of influence. You are capable of being a resource. You are capable of being that space that people cannot wait to go see. What has she posted? What is he doing? What has he shared with us today? You can. You totally can. But it does take being consistent, which is the 4 C. Let's touch on community. When I tell you that you need to build community, it doesn't mean posting anymore. It means investing. Investing your time in those that you want to build a relationship with. Investing your time in those who have chosen to follow you. You have a responsibility at that point. You need to pour love into them. You need to go to their profiles, read what they've posted, do a double tap, write out a content that's sincere, it's authentic, and go and look at what stories they've done. That is building community, and that is building your influence. When you make a commitment to do that, people feel it. When you really care about those that are following you and you want to share value, it also consists of you spending time and validating and spending time going over to their post and sharing some love. That's building community. And that is what I know is going to make the biggest difference. And it's the thing that when you see people who have a ton of engagement, it's because they go and pour into others. So community, you can do it. Right now, what I want to share with you is a few tips that you can do immediately to build that community. 1 is pick 10 people that you want to build relationships with. 10 people. And go and love on their post. Go check out their stories. Do another 10 people tomorrow. Do another 10 people the following day. Write them down so that you know that you've touched on them. Then go back and touch on them again next week. Pick 30 people that you're going to do this and rotate that 10. You know, before, and I still do, like when you're serious about building your brand, I want you to do that on a daily basis. But 30 people, that's going to take you a little bit. It's going to take you some time. But it's the easiest way for you to start to build those relationships because they notice. People notice when you are liking their post. And this is the thing. If you're wanting to build a relationship with somebody who has 1 million followers, no, you're right. It's not going to make that big of a difference. But are you really going to do business? Is that what you're hoping to do business with? With somebody who you're going to be drowned out in their community? You guys, having 100 people follow you who really want to be there, who really want to engage with you, it will change your business. You don't need somebody who has a ton of following. So know that. Think of who your core audience is and make a list of who you want to build those relationships with. And I don't mean to exclude anybody that's a brand already. Of course, especially if you use anything that they create or a brand itself. You never know, they are watching and they may think that you are exactly the person they want you to represent their brand. So I'm not telling you to kick that to the curb. I'm just saying to build a business is to build with people who can actually buy from you and who can actually connect with you. And those are people that have less than 1 million followers, okay? So building community, that's the easiest way for you to start growing that today. That one tip. There are several ways that I will talk about when I launch the masterclass tomorrow. I'm so excited. So there are several ways that we'll talk about it, but that is one that you can do now. And I want to leave you with consistency. If you don't do your posting regularly, if you don't share fresh content, people will not trust that you are going to come back and post. Like, they just don't. So if you're doing a good job of building your community and you're doing a good job of doing your stories, and then they go and check out your grid, or they go and check out like what you've been doing and you posted 2 weeks ago, people get an icky feeling about that. So it does matter that you build a strategy. You commit to what you're gonna do. Twice a week, 3 times a week, make sure that you do at least that. Because people want to engage with somebody who is showing up. Consistency is key. What can you do right now to start to build that calendar, to build that time block? Right now, you can first commit to how many days you're gonna post a week. Second, go listen to the first coaching series of this series of 7. Just scroll over and go find the first one. And then I want you to do that. I want you to do that on your grid. You commit, create your pillars, and post the times that you committed to. 2 times, 3 times, 5 times? What did you commit to a week? Write it down, put it on your calendar, and make sure that you do it. Because you want to be reliable. You want to be someone that people trust. That is building influence. That is building influence. So I was elated to spend 7 days with you. I really enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoy this. And I want you to know that you can ask me anything. Slide up into a direct message if you do not want to leave the post here, but definitely leave me any kind of questions that you have. I will try to pour into you and answer them and give you as much actionable tips as possible, because I want your success and I want you to build your influence. Okay? So the masterclass starts tomorrow. I hope I still have room, but why don't you click and check, because I'm only taking 30. I'm only taking 30, and it starts tomorrow, and I can't wait to do the masterclass and go in deep to give you every single thing that you need to be able to build a strong, curated, thriving Instagram account in 2021. Click the link. I hope to see you there.